Are you ready to unleash the most powerful force in the world today? Are you ready to realize the truth that could change everything about the way you live, the way you think, and the way you act? I'm here to tell you something today, something you might have forgotten. Something that might have been buried beneath the noise of life, but it's time to awaken it, and it's simple. You were born with everything you need to conquer your dreams. You are not a result of your circumstances, your past, or your limitations. No, you are you. And you are enough. You know why? Because every struggle, every setback, every doubt you faced, they were never meant to stop you, they were meant to refine you. To shape you into the most powerful version of yourself. You were designed for greatness. You are the architect of your own destiny, the master of your own fate, and you've got everything inside you to break through every barrier standing in your way. Pause, let the energy build. So are you ready to step into that power? Are you ready to break free from all the limitations you've placed on yourself? The person you've been searching for. The success you've been chasing, it's already inside you. It always has been. It's time to realize that you are you. And nothing can stop you when you fully embrace that. You are enough exactly as you are. From the moment we're born, we are exposed to the world's expectations, the pressures to fit in, to achieve, and to measure up to someone else's standards. Society tells us that we must constantly improve, become more, and transform into something we're not. We're taught to chase success, approval, and perfection as if those things will make us worthy. But here's the truth, you are already worthy. You are enough right now, in this very moment, with all your imperfections, your flaws, your past mistakes, and your unique qualities. This idea that you need to change or become someone else to be valuable is a lie. Every part of you, the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you show up in the world is exactly how it's supposed to be. Your worth is not dependent on your accomplishments, your relationships, or what others think of you. It's inherent, rooted in your being, and nothing can take it away. We often get caught in the trap of comparison, looking at others and thinking we're not good enough, not smart enough, or not successful enough. But the truth is, those comparisons are distractions from your own greatness. The moment you realize you are enough as you are, you free yourself from the constant chase for external validation. You can stop striving for perfection and start embracing the beauty of being yourself. You do not need to change, fix, or add anything to who you are to be worthy of love, success, or happiness. You are enough, and the world needs you just as you are. When you fully accept this, everything about your life begins to shift. You start to move from a place of wholeness, confidence, and peace instead of fear and insecurity. Your past does not define your future. Too often, we allow the mistakes, regrets, and struggles of our past to hold us back, to shape the way we view ourselves and our potential. We let old failures dictate what we believe we are capable of in the present and future. But the truth is, your past is simply a collection of experiences. It's not who you are now. And it certainly doesn't have the power to determine who you can become. Each day is a new opportunity to rewrite your story. Your past may have influenced who you are today, but it does not have to control who you are tomorrow. The mistakes you've made, the challenges you've faced, and the decisions you regret don't have to be a life sentence. They are part of your journey, yes, but they do not define your destination. Your future is shaped by the choices you make right now, by the mindset you adopt today, and by the actions you take moving forward. We all have moments where we feel trapped by the weight of our history. Maybe you've struggled with failure, disappointment, or loss, and it feels like those experiences are always going to be part of your identity. But remember, you are not your past. You are not the mistakes you made, the bad decisions you regretted, or the failures you experienced. You are the person who decides to rise from those moments and move forward. You have the power to transform your future. Every new decision, every new perspective, and every new action you take can shift your path in a direction of growth, success, and fulfillment. Your future is waiting to be created, and it starts with the belief that your past does not have the final say. Embrace your uniqueness, it's your superpower. In a world that constantly pushes us to conform, to fit into predefined molds, it can be easy to lose sight of what makes us different. We are taught to compare ourselves to others, to measure our worth against their achievements, and to shape ourselves according to external expectations. But the truth is, the very things that make you different are the things that give you strength. Your individuality is your most powerful asset. There is no one else in the world like you. You bring something to the table that no one else can. Your experiences, your perspective, your talents, and your way of seeing the world. This is your unique blueprint, and it's something to be celebrated, not hidden. When you embrace who you truly are, you step into your full power. You stop wasting energy trying to fit into someone else's idea of success or happiness, and instead you focus on what lights you up and what feels authentic to you. Your uniqueness is the foundation for your greatest achievements. It is the spark that drives creativity, innovation, and progress. Think about the most impactful people in the world. What sets them apart is not that they are like everyone else, but that they dared to be themselves. They embraced their differences and used them to create something meaningful. Your personal quirks, passions, and even your flaws are part of what make you remarkable. When you stop trying to blend in and start embracing who you are, you unlock the potential to achieve things that only you are capable of. The world doesn't need another version of someone else. It needs the full expression of you. Embrace your uniqueness. It is the key to unlocking your true potential. The power to change lies within you. Often we look outside ourselves for the solution to our problems, seeking advice, validation, or external circumstances to change before we can make progress. But the truth is, the greatest power you'll ever have is the ability to change yourself. Your thoughts, your actions, and your mindset hold the key to creating the life you desire. Change doesn't come from waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, or the right conditions. It starts with a decision. The moment you decide to change, when you make that conscious choice to shift your mindset, your habits, or your attitude, you begin the process of transformation. You are the architect of your own future, and your thoughts shape the reality you live in. Too often we let fear, doubt, or past experiences dictate the direction of our lives. We tell ourselves we can't change because of what has happened before, because we feel stuck in old patterns. But these beliefs are only limitations we place on ourselves. The truth is that every moment is a new beginning. Every thought you think, every choice you make creates an opportunity for a new direction. The power to change is not about waiting for the world to shift, it's about shifting yourself first. It's about taking responsibility for your life and recognizing that your thoughts and actions are what determine your outcomes. You don't need permission to change. You don't need to wait for everything to be perfect. The ability to create the life you want is already inside of you, waiting to be unlocked. You have everything you need to transform your life right now in this moment, starting with the decision to believe in your own power. Your struggles are not failures, they are stepping stones. In a world where success is often defined by smooth paths, easy wins, and flawless achievements, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that setbacks, challenges, and struggles are signs of failure. We're taught to avoid mistakes, to shy away from difficulty, and to present a polished image of perfection. But in reality, the struggles we face are the very things that build us. They are not obstacles standing in the way of success. They are the stepping stones that propel us toward it. Every single struggle you encounter in life is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to evolve. It's important to shift our mindset from viewing these moments as failures to recognizing them as necessary components of the journey. Without struggles, there can be no growth. Just as muscles grow stronger by being stretched and torn in the process of exercise, your character, resilience, and capabilities are strengthened through adversity. Consider the greatest innovators and leaders in history. Did they get to where they are by avoiding struggles? Did they succeed because they had a smooth, uninterrupted path to their goals? No, they succeeded because they faced challenge after challenge, setback after setback, and yet each time they chose to persevere. Every failure they experienced was a lesson learned, a piece of the puzzle that led them closer to their ultimate breakthrough. They didn't let the hard moments define them, they allowed those moments to refine them. When you struggle, it's easy to feel discouraged. It's natural to question your abilities, to wonder if you're on the right path, or if maybe you should give up altogether. But that's when it's most important to remember that struggles are not signs of inadequacy or failure. They are simply the universe's way of preparing you for something greater. The road to success is rarely linear. There are twists, turns, bumps, and detours along the way. These are the experiences that equip you with the wisdom, resilience, and strength to handle whatever challenges lie ahead. Stop seeking validation, start validating yourself. In a world driven by social media, external recognition, and the constant pressure to meet other people's expectations, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking validation from others. We look for approval in likes, comments, accolades, or praise, thinking that these external affirmations will fill the void within us and confirm our worth. But the truth is, no amount of external validation can ever replace the power of validating yourself. When you constantly seek validation from others, you give away your power. You become dependent on others' opinions to feel good about who you are, and this makes your self-worth fragile. If someone criticizes you or doesn't acknowledge your efforts, it can send you into a spiral of doubt and insecurity. This constant need for validation keeps you trapped in a cycle of approval seeking that prevents you from being authentic, confident, and truly at peace with who you are. The key to true confidence and self-assurance lies in self-validation. When you learn to recognize your own worth and affirm your own value, you no longer need to rely on others to feel good about yourself. You start to validate yourself through your thoughts, actions, and decisions. You begin to trust your abilities, embrace your imperfections, and acknowledge your progress, regardless of external recognition. Self-validation doesn't mean ignoring feedback or refusing to grow. It means understanding that your value is not contingent on others' opinions. You are worthy because of who you are, not because of how others perceive you. When you stop seeking validation and start validating yourself, you unlock a level of inner peace and strength that no external approval can ever provide. You become your own greatest supporter, and in turn, you attract more positive energy and authentic connections into your life. You control your narrative, rewrite it anytime. Life is full of stories that others tell about you, stories you tell yourself, and the story you choose to live. Too often, we get trapped in the stories of our past or the expectations of others. We allow past mistakes, failures, or the limitations imposed by others to define who we are and where we can go. But the truth is, you are not bound by any story you've ever lived. You are the author of your own life. And at any moment, you have the power to rewrite your narrative. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing ourselves through the lens of past experiences. If you've faced rejection, failure, or hardship, it's natural to feel like those moments define your future. But what if you chose to see them differently? What if you recognize that those moments don't define who you are, but simply represent parts of your journey? You don't have to let any chapter in your life dictate how the rest of the story unfolds. The pen is always in your hands. When you take control of your narrative, you stop allowing others to define your worth or dictate your potential. Instead of seeing yourself as the sum of your mistakes or circumstances, you see yourself as the author of your future. You have the ability to shift your perspective, change your course, and take inspired action to create a new story. Your past doesn't have to be a limitation. It can be a lesson, a stepping stone, or even a source of strength that propels you forward. Rewrite your narrative whenever you choose, because the power to change your story is always in your hands. The world needs the real you, not a version of someone else. In a society where comparisons are constant and social standards seem ever-changing, it's easy to lose sight of who you truly are. We often find ourselves trying to fit into molds, live up to someone else's expectations, or adopt behaviors and qualities that don't align with our authentic selves. But the truth is, the world doesn't need another imitation or replica. It needs you in all your unique, imperfect, and raw authenticity. When you try to be someone else, you rob the world of the gifts only you can offer. Your experiences, perspectives, talents, and quirks are what make you invaluable. No one else can bring what you bring to the table, and no one else can live your story in the same way. The moment you embrace your true self, you tap into a well of potential that is uniquely yours. The world is not looking for perfect versions of others. It's craving the richness that comes from your individuality, your truth, and the way you show up as you are. It's easy to get caught up in the pressure to conform, to chase ideals of success, beauty, or popularity. But the most powerful impact you can have on the world comes from being unapologetically yourself. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not and start living authentically, you become a beacon of inspiration and empowerment for others to do the same. Your authenticity is contagious. It invites others to step into their own truth and show up as their real selves. The world needs your voice, your perspective, and your unique energy. Don't dilute who you are to fit in. Be the real you and let the world witness the power that only you can offer. Trust in your instincts. They're your inner compass. In a world that often emphasizes logic, reason, and external advice, it's easy to overlook the power of your inner voice. Yet within you lies a natural guidance system, your instincts. These are the gut feelings, the quiet nudges, and the subtle cues that arise from deep within, often before your conscious mind has had a chance to analyze a situation. Your instincts have been honed over years of experience and personal wisdom, and they hold the key to decisions that align with your true path. So many times, we second-guess ourselves, seeking validation from others or trying to fit into a mold that doesn't quite fit. We look outside ourselves for answers, believing that the opinions of others are more valid than our own inner knowing. But the truth is, your instincts are often more reliable than any external source of advice. They are born from your own unique life experiences, emotions, and values. When you listen to your instincts, you connect to something far deeper than surface-level thinking. Trusting your instincts means trusting yourself, your ability to navigate the world and make decisions that are in alignment with who you truly are. Your instincts are not random or irrational. They are a culmination of everything you've learned, felt, and observed throughout your life. When you follow them, you move with confidence and clarity, even in uncertainty. Listening to your instincts does not mean acting impulsively or ignoring reason. It means honoring the quiet wisdom within, the deep knowing that helps guide you in moments of doubt. When you trust your instincts, you begin to create a life that feels right for you based on your own authentic desires and truths rather than external pressures. The journey of growth starts the moment you realize you were always enough. For so long, we are conditioned to believe that we need to become more, do more, or be different in order to be worthy. We are told that success, validation, and happiness come from external achievements, from meeting society's standards or pleasing others. We chase these ideals, believing that once we attain them, we will finally be enough. But the truth is, you have always been enough, just as you are. The moment you internalize this truth, you unlock the power to transform your life. Real growth begins not when you strive to become something or someone else, but when you stop measuring your worth against external markers and recognize that you are already whole. Every part of you, the flaws, the mistakes, the strengths, and the vulnerabilities makes up a unique, powerful being. You don't need to change who you are to prove your worth. The path to fulfillment and growth is not about becoming better in someone else's eyes, but about embracing your true self, knowing that you are already worthy of love, success, and happiness. When you believe you are enough, you stop seeking validation from others. You stop letting comparison dictate your value. Instead, you begin to take empowered action based on what feels right for you, not what society or others say is right. This shift in mindset allows you to step into your authentic power. You stop holding yourself back out of fear or doubt because you realize that you are capable of achieving anything you desire simply by being yourself. The moment you accept that you are always enough, you give yourself permission to grow, to learn, and to embrace the endless possibilities life has to offer. In conclusion, the journey to growth and fulfillment is not about becoming someone else or chasing external approval. It's about embracing the truth that you have always been enough. The struggles you face are not failures, but stepping stones on your path to greatness. Trust your instincts, for they are your inner compass guiding you toward the life you deserve. Stop seeking validation from others and start validating yourself, because your worth comes from within. The world needs the real you, not a version of someone else. And remember, you have the power to rewrite your narrative at any time because you are the author of your own story. When you realize that you are always enough, everything begins to shift. Your growth, your success, your happiness, these are not distant goals, but the natural outcome of accepting and honoring who you truly are. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that every step you take is a testament to the limitless potential within you. You are enough. Always have been, always will be.